Now, Chaf Cheshvan, which is going to be in about a week's time, the 20th of Cheshvan, will mark the Hilula of a very great Yemenite Rabbi, Tabib. It was around 1838, I think in Jebel Sabar 8, I think in Jebel Sabar at that point in time. So Gadal b'Torah, he grew up with great Yirat Hashem and Torah. He was an expert on the various different parts of the Torah in of itself. That's Beniglav Nistar with regards to Kabbalah and Torah. He was a student of the famous Rabbi Mori Yosef El-Chada. He was a student of the famous Rabbi Mori Yosef El-Chada. He himself happened to be a head of Jewish court. Yeah, the great book from Yemen happened to be Abbedin, head of Jewish court in the Shurab area in Yemen. He authored various different songs in Yemen. He authored various different songs, Shirim, and also ובהם He was very well known all across Yemen as a brilliant Torah scholar. Come with the year 90, Tafresh Ein Daled, Rabbi Máry Shlomo Tabib, I think was ordained to the rabbinate as a Talmud of the great Kabbalist, Rabbi Chaim Sinawani, who was a very great rabbi. We've spoken about him at the time period of his Hilula. We recorded a video within regards to Rav Sinawani, which I'd recommend everyone to look at another point in time now. Rav Shlomo Tabib, the great Kabbalist, he passed away, I believe, on the 20th of Cheshvan in 1918. We're talking about 100. This is what he would instruct the student. שילח לפני מיטתו ויסמין לתלמידיו היכן לו קברו, מקום קבורתו לצד חברו. החכם דוד יאיש חדד הפך מוקד עלייה לרגל יהודים ולמוסלמים. מעט בחודשיו נוצרו בכתב יד. So some of his teachings was written in manuscript form, in various notes, as Petakim, and I think it was gathered through the Shn'esfu Botzi'u Le'or B'Yedei Chacham Mari Chaim Gad Adani B'Sefer Chachmat Shlomo. So I think Rav Adani would, in his Chachmat Shlomo book, gather all these different important teachings together. HaKolim Chidushim LeSefer B'Midbar V'Chelik Mispar Devarim. So much of it will be gathered together. We're going to explore a few of the highlights from the book in the coming minutes. We'll just say a few more within regards to him. So he was, I think it was from the Kogria district, if I'm not mistaken, and this was obviously in southern Yemen part of Teman. Obviously he was great during the end of the 19th century, early 20th century, obviously being born. It's reported over the family itself had a good financial situation. I think it was they were quite well to do, let's just say, from financial point of view, but he would really study and seclude himself, study Torah. Let's just say, I think within regards to the Beit Knesset over there, I don't think he was scared per se of the Muslims at that point in time. There was anti-Semitic episodes all throughout the 19th, 20th century we saw in Yemen respectively. He would regularly get up, I think in the middle of the night for Tikkun Chatzot, and did great tikkunim, great tefillot in of itself. He would meet, obviously, as I mentioned before, he was very close with Mori David Yaish Chadad, who was another great rabbi at that point in time in Yemen. I think they would go to each other's homes, they would study Kabbalah together and various Torah subjects. And he was known as one of the greatest halachic scholars, Jewish law scholars, that there was in Yemen. He would ordain various rabbis and students and rabbis. And one of them was, obviously, as I mentioned before, Rabbi Chaim ben Yahya Sanani, obviously a very great rabbi of his time, one of the great Kabbalists in Yemen. I think during that period of the Aliyah generation. Mori Chaim Sanwani was ordained as a rabbi and became a judge. I believe he was only 20 years of age. And he was very, very well traveled. He would go to Jebel Sabar for the examination itself. And what's interesting also is that the great Rabbi Tabib, was also serving in the council of the Mary Yaish Chadad, I think nearby in Kiryat, Muyaziria, and Mary Yaish Kwarin, respectively. He was very popular with the Jewish community and Muslims alike, and it was customary to use his name, apparently, on various occasions or times. And they would use his name in various sentences, and people from all over Yemen really highly respectively. And that's much more can be said within regards to that. And various different books, as we stated before, his books and teachings will be gathered inside a book. I think obviously much of the teachings that he corresponding with Mori David Yaish Haddad in of itself. Now I think David Yaish Haddad, I think he passed away during Sukkot. I'm not sure which year. And Rabbi Shlomo Tabib passed away in Cheshvan. So as we said before, we spoke about, how just a few minutes ago, we said it in Ivrit, that he ordered that, he wanted about the burial spot where he wants to be buried, as to say in itself. Now, I think many of his manuscripts came into books. 3 books, I think, was included in books of Piyutim. The books would actually end up in Eretz Israel. I think his daughter would actually bring them. But I think at one stage in time, it would disappear, but manuscripts will be found at a later stage in time, which brings poems, I think, including from Rabbi Shabazi, one of the great rabbis from Yemen also, and various commentaries, as I say, according to Kabbalah, and various different ptakim, notes of manuscripts containing indexes of poems written with different handwritings that will have to be point of teachings from the books he's got. Now we're using the Hayomi website as a resource for this, which was of his teaching. Remember, it would actually come out through the Beit Midrash Or Chai in Jerusalem. I think it would actually be printed in the year 2012. And one of the teachings, he says, is Melamed Oskim ba Omdim al Mayim Umayim al Harim Vaharim al Ruach. This is one of the teachings he gives over there within regard to an important teaching of his. Another teaching he would give, I think, once again from the same book, which was printed from the Or Chai book itself, respectively. I think it's actually featured on page 159. He teaches, Melamed, Shadai lechacham shikarev kol talmid, ohev Hashem misirut nefesh. To serve God with your totality, with all your might, basically, and you've got to teach that is obviously the optimum. Another teaching of his that actually comes, I think, from page 171 of the book over here. It says, Melamed, Ki tavo bekerem re'echa shetzarich levarech shro'e kibbutz am Yisrael. This actually is featured very much on page 171, I believe, inside the book. And 2 last teachings. Let's give over this second last teaching, penultimate last teaching, is actually featured, I believe, in page 93. And he states, Melamed, she'alidei ha'anava nimatek ha'avon v'yetzeh b'shalom min hadin. The importance of humility, how it sweetens judgment in of itself, and there's a whole writing the Hayomi website gives within regards to this teaching. Now, friends, anyone you're watching this live, welcome to the channel. Please subscribe now to the channel. We've got a fantastic resource of much different videos and catalogues of important rabbis and history, Jewish history in itself. So please join the channel, friends. Everyone coming in. Now, one last teaching that he gives over, which I'm going to relate over. This teaching is featured, I believe, on page 36, if I'm not mistaken. He teaches, Melamed, Shiakdim b'kol asher yaseh lomar l'shem yichud. I'll state over the description it gives over here inside the Hayomi website. It says, Mereshit arisotechem shiakdim ha'adam b'kol asher yaseh yichud hakadosh baruch hu v'shchinato v'nikra bo mereshit asuyotechem v'otiyot mereshit yeshet amar kloma shetzarik shamar b'pib bereshit kol davar b'shem yichud hakadosh baruch hu v'shchinato v'chen yichaveyan libo. The importance of yes, to say, bringing our intention with all the various different learnings going on over here, so on and so forth. So, we're explaining the history of the great Yemenite Rabbi over here today, Rabbi Shlomo Tabib. So please, everyone, you're tuning in live, subscribe to the channel. We're nearing 8,000 subscribers. Happens to be the 20th of Cheshvan. It's going to mark the date of the great Rabbi's Hilula. It marks the passing of the great Rabbi who was born in Jabal Sabar in Teman, in Yemen, in the year 1838, and passed away in 1918, respectively, at that point in time. Many great stories, miracles associated to him, and I recommend everyone to check out all the various teachings he's got, because and he's very famous among the various Yemenite rabbis of yesteryear. That's something that we have to point out also. It's actually interesting just to we were talking about one of the important teachings he stated over. Just going back to his teaching about the gathering of Israel. He actually quoted over Israel is considered or called the vineyard of Hashem Tzavaot. Kerem Hashem Tzavaot. V'zeu, im tavo v'tin'eh b'kibbutz am Yisrael tzarich shitbarech otam. V'chen timtza rashi tevot. The rashi tevot of this is tevarech. V'sofei tevot imecha. Shechina shruya b'tocham u'mevorechet. That's important within regards to Am Yisrael. And we spoke about just the greatness within regards to the Rabbi, the Mesirat Nefesh of the Rabbi, and he was known as one of the great halachic scholars of that period of time in the golden age, let's just say, of Yemen. Obviously, there was a lot of anti-Semitism all throughout the various points of time, but he was well liked by Jews, Muslims alike. They were in total awe of him and mesmerized by him. And so much good things occurred over here. So a very, very interesting friend over here. Happens to be a special edition. We're speaking about a great, famous rabbi from Yemen over here on today's page of the Gemara. So I recommend everyone to actually learn more about him. And friends, everyone subscribe to the channel. We are nearing, at the moment, a staggering, I believe, 8,000 subscribers, which is a phenomenal achievement at the moment. I don't think we would have anticipated this on the early days of the channel over here. So it's very, very... let's just say exciting in of itself, and really going, let's just say, from strength to strength at the moment. And Bez Hashem, I'll just walk with everyone out over here. I'm just recording this from a synagogue here in the city of Bet Shemesh. That happens to be a special edition over here of teaching, and this is just from actually in Ramat Bet Shemesh, to be precise. That's where we are recording this from. Friends, we're a community here. We're learning not just about, let's say, the great Chachamim of yesteryear here on this channel. We're doing tours all over Israel. We like to explore the various different archaeologies of Israel, the different sites of Israel, different synagogues of Israel. We're actually, another special series that we're recording at the moment is a series of, with regards to the history of great Chachamim from yesteryear. But we're exploring about the various different countries, who were the rabbis of the great countries respectively. That's another thing that we're doing at the moment. We spoke about countries like El Salvador, Honduras, Costa Rica, Jamaica quite recently, a lot of South American countries. We did a whole video, extra long, about an hour and a half long, talking about the Jewish community history in those places, who were the great rabbis, what were the name of the great synagogues in these locales. And yes, that's a project we've been working on, which is really going from strength to strength, I've very much got to say. So that's another thing we actually have a special series at the moment where we're recording with a great rabbi, a Jewish personality here of modern day, and they give over a burst of wisdom for a minute or two of something very, very special. Some of these rabbis are considered some of the top rabbis in Israel that we actually include in the series. So watch every single day. We put up those clips of the great Chachamim, and many brilliant feedbacks we've got from about informations of so many great rabbis. So that's another reason why to subscribe to the channel. It's all for free over here. And we've done tours. We've done about, on this channel, 180 tours already all over Israel, mostly in Bet Shemesh and in Jerusalem, where we like to go explore the biblical sites, the different biblical places where obviously there's archaeology to it, synagogues, history of the streets, history of the area in of itself. That's something that we are really trying to explore at the moment, and really go, let's just say, from strength to strength. That's another project that we're working on at the moment, and it's absolutely phenomenal. Let's just say how we've actually gone from strength to strength within regards to that. So that's something we have to point over. So that's very interesting, and there's so much more also on this channel at the moment. So many reasons to subscribe. And as you can see, I'm walking at the moment in Israel, here in the city of Bet Shemesh, and as we explore the beauty of Eretz Israel, the land. One thing we also do is we explore the different Beit Midrashes over Israel. So we try and go to different places where people are learning Torah and garnering up wisdom and Jewish thoughts, Jewish brilliance, and we're just like a channel that's full of Jewish pride. We also record videos. If watch this space, we're going to put up videos on Parshat Shavua, hopefully today, on because this week happens to be Parshat Vayera, the Shabbat portion, and we do a daily tidbit every single day of the Daf Yomi of a daily page of the Talmud. But we'll do a few-minute video with a few of the highlights that actually come from the Talmud of that specific respective page. So that's also very, very exciting, and that we've actually, at the moment, I think we've actually recorded as many as 1,200 videos, which is absolutely phenomenal over here. And one thing's interesting on this channel, we like to go to different places when we record the videos. So we will go to different synagogues, different eating places, even record and share some information from the car. So constantly there is much we are doing at the moment, and much to be proud about at the moment, and nothing like spreading Torah, the main bit of wisdom that is inside the world. So fantastic people out there, everyone. Yeah, please subscribe to the channel again, and let's try and get to 8,000 subscribers, hopefully Bezrat Hashem, by the end of this week. You know what? Why not? In 5 days' time, by next Sunday, let's get to that. I don't think it's too much to ask for, and so much positive feedback. Watch this space, because hopefully we'll record about another great rabbi at one stage today, maybe later on this evening. We're going to record another video. We like to record the videos of the rabbis at the time period when they pass away. So obviously we spoke about Rabbi Tabib today, who was a great rabbi in Yemen. It happens to be 20th of Cheshvan. Okay, so it's still about a week away, just over a week away. It's going to be his Hilula, his marking of his passing. So he's going to be the rabbi. So he's one of the rabbis, and and also you can also look at the stories of tzaddikim section, where we've got a whole catalogue of who are the famous rabbis of yesteryear, and usually most of the videos are actually recorded at the time period when the Chacham, the great scholar, had passed away. So if you look on the stories of tzaddikim section here on the channel, it would we relate over pretty much a lot of the important informations within regards to those rabbis, and so on and so forth. So very, very interesting. And yeah, watch this space. We're going to also upload Bezrat Hashem, hopefully a tour of Jerusalem, also today at one stage, or maybe tomorrow. So we visited actually, I think just a couple of days ago, in Jerusalem. We went around the area of Kiryat Moshe, so I recorded all over the different vicinities over there, and we really did get like a lot of inspiration, let's just say, and it was a brilliant day out in of itself. So thank you everyone for watching. I think at this note we'll leave you all to it. Have a great day. So it's a Hilul of Máry Shlomo Tabib, famous Yemenite Rabbi this week, and thanks very much for watching. Have a great day, everyone. Thank you. So I'll just leave the car, and yeah, please, once again, just don't forget, please, if you can all subscribe to the channel, I'll really appreciate it as we go from strength to very good day. I'll just show you where I'm recording this from, so that all you guys, fantastic people, can actually see some of the scenes of Israel at the moment. Recording this actually in the city of Bet Shemesh, as we spoke about. Rabbi Shlomo Tabib of recent years from Yemen. Happens to be a gorgeous park here. We also recorded a live video this morning of a synagogue service. We recorded. So sometimes another thing we like to do is, I'm just about to go to synagogue now to pray the mincha tefillah. And that's another thing we like to do on this channel, is to visit the various different synagogues and Jewish sites in Israel. That's something we have to point out. So I'm going to leave you all to it. Yeah, this is just a synagogue. Just going to pop in now. Look at that, walking and sharing Torah over. So don't forget, also light candles in the memory of Rabbi Tabib, great Yemenite Rabbi, the scholar, respectively. Thank you very much for watching, everyone. And please subscribe to the channel, please.